1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties.
Woo-hoo.
As always, we are your hosts. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Vanessa.
I'm Isis.
Yeah.
And we are getting fucked up.
Hell yeah. We already took a motherfucking shot. We're celebrating.
We're
celebrating her 75 days soft.
I've
gone wrong.
Spilling my drink all over me. Why am I like this?
Guys, I do want to let y'all know I did quit 75 hard.
So did I.
You guys motivated me to actually try to join.
It's hard. Let me tell you why I quit. First of all, I'm training for the marathon, and honestly, my body is exhausted.
You need the rest. You can't be doing too much.
Yeah, and I definitely think that 75 hard is one of those things where, like, it's when you want a little extra push where you're like, man, I really want to challenge myself in something. I feel like I'm already doing that. So I didn't see the necessity of really, because I have a tendency to put myself down if I fail. And I failed it, I weakened, I think. And then I was like, okay, it's okay. Like, I'm just going to start over or whatever. And then on Saturday, I had to do my second workout. And I was like, yo, there's no way I'm getting out of this bed right now.
Damn.
Like, first of all, my knee was done for. So I don't even know what I would have done for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Abs.
Hell no, I'm all ripped.
She's like the only part that's so good.
No, honestly, but yeah, like I agree with you because we already do a lot. Like we're active, we're eating healthy. Like really, we don't need to do that challenge.
Yeah, I'm still not like
She sounds like a bitch that didn't want to do that challenge.
She sounds like the bitch that wanted to drink.
I'm like, not the one's like, I need a shot.
No, literally, honestly, you guys, what really got me was the drinking, and
it's hard.
like a true alcoholic said.
Have you seen Mariana? Do you know who Mariana is?
No.
She is an icon to me. But anyway, she's some Latina bitch, and I mean bitch in the highest form because I love her. She what?
Does she have like a lot of like work done?
Kind of. She's very beautiful. She's always been very beautiful, to be honest.
What does she come out in? Or what is she? An actress, singer?
She's an actress. She's kind of like old. Yeah. She's like, more older.
Bitch, I need to know. What's her name?
Mariana Cazarez.
What is she on? Rosa Guadalupe?
Yo, it's not important. Let me tell y'all what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Pretty much she just said, like, she's an alcoholic. I was gonna reference that, but you guys were asking too many questions.
I'm so sorry, baby. You're not letting you finish.
Wait.
My bad.
Wait.
Look, I don't want to claim that negative energy. I'm not an alcoholic, but I just feel like I like to have a good time, and if my friends invite me for a drink, I'm not gonna say no.
No, that's what she said. She's like, soy una borracha. She's like, felizmente borracha.
Yeah, and I'm not a quitter, so I'm not gonna. Why am I gonna quit this?
Yeah. 100%. If anything, it would be a disappointment if you did.
Honestly, and this year is not about disappointments.
Right.
And this year's about
this year is about going hard.
Consistency.
In everything
so if anything,
that I do,
y'all need to drink every day.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
I'm like, why does this feel like a different episode from the first one? We're working out, we're eating healthy. Me, I'm like, I'm gonna make better choices. Cheers.
Honestly,
cheers to you guys. I'm still not drinking.
You know what? But we said we're gonna start with positive affirmation. So the positive affirmation for this episode will be progression, not perfection.
There you go.
And with that, like,
that's a good one.
Because you can already be there, but also on the way. You feel me?
Mm-hmm,
so,
and look, and I do believe there is gonna come a time in my life where I am gonna maybe cut down on drinking. It's just not right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna beat myself about it.
100%.
I'm definitely making changes. Like when I go out, I'll avoid the sugary drinks. That's a big step for me. I'm sticking to straight tequila. I know right now.
Hold the chaser, just the alcohol.
Yeah. I know right now I'm drinking the sugary drink, but I haven't had one since last year. So I genuinely feel like one is fine. So
what did you drink at Sharky's?
Ranch water, what Jazz put me on. It was on the menu. I was like, oh shit, it's the first time I ever see it.
Nice.
On the menu, so I drank that.
Good shit. See, there you go.
And, a guy or two might have bought me a shot here and there.
As you should.
Skinny queen.
Some European
so
guys.
Don't count.
Yeah, so it's so funny, you guys. This guy from Europe was buying me and my sister drinks. And it was, two of them. And I don't know how my sister told him like, oh, like we're from Mexico, whatever, like born in Mexico, everything. And he was like, oh, interesting, like wow. And my sister was already drunk at this point, and she was like, yeah, but we don't need papers though, like.
Oh my god.
Not him.
And I was like, well, and I was like, babe, he's an immigrant too. Okay? Like, we're all the same here. And he was like, no, he was like, don't feel like you're like don't feel like an outsider, we're all I forgot how he said it, and I was like, babe, you fit right in. I'm so sorry to tell you, you're a white blue-eyed man, you do
and
not
a white man
stand
telling
out.
you, no, we're one.
No, literally, I was like, thank you for
You
the
and me, we're the same.
thank you for the sentiment,
I'm
thank you for
dead.
the drinks, but we're not the same.
That is
Dude,
hilarious.
I hate blue eyes. I'm not even gonna lie. I do not find blue eyes attractive at all.
Wow.
It depends on the face for me. Some
And
guys
how
can.
blue?
Some guys can pull it off. Some guys. Can't.
My dream was to have blue eyes. Like I love Angelina Jolie and Megan Fox because they're like dark hair with blue eyes. Like I wish I would have been that Miley Cyrus picture. I would, bro. If I had those eyes, I'd be like, oh my god, there is absolutely no. Like I will only talk with my fucking eyes. Yeah,
That's
So-
okay.
Hell no.
I feel like that, maybe not for you, but I feel like that was a universal experience for a lot of Latinas, that they wanted, people that had brown eyes wanted colored eyes, and people that
Right.
had colored eyes want brown eyes.
You know what it was for me, that growing up, because I watched so many novelas, like the morenitos were always like the most handsome ones were always green eyed. So to me, I was like, blue eyes, no thanks, dude. Like I want like a brown skinned, green eyed man, and they're all in Brazil. Unfortunately,
I've always wanted hazel colored eyes.
those are cute.
I think hazel's just so precious.
and you could be like, no, they're green when I wear green.
Yes. Shout out to my Aunt Iris. She has hazel eyes. Her name's Iris. Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Love you.
I always thought I had hazel eyes, and then at some point I learned my colors. And I
What
was
made you
like,
think
oh.
that, baby girl?
I was just like, in the sun, my eyes were like really light.
The delusion.
I'm like, wait,
The
we need to put the
delusion.
light close because maybe you
No.
do. Maybe people tell me that depending on my eyeshadow, my eyes
No,
will
I
look
can
green.
see it.
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
you.
you're
yeah.
But it's not when I wear green, it's when I wear red. When I wear a red eyeshadow, my eyes do look like very like hazel. I wouldn't say green, they look.
No, you have very beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
No, for
Hey,
real.
your
girl.
eyes are beautiful too. Stop
Thank
playing.
you. No, I'm such a brown-eyed person. Like I love brown eyes. I
Brown-eyed girl.
think people with brown eyes are beautiful. Yeah, and that song I would as a little girl, I think I would always find things that would apply to me. So when I
Hey.
heard Brown Eyed Girl, I was like, not this song written for me,
literally.
like
Period.
to me, and I'd be like, yeah, I like brown eyes. And since I hated blue eyes, I was like, oh, men with brown eyes are it.
Right.
Men, I'm all 7.
No.
Hey, boys.
Children.
Honestly, I think that was the most like boy thirsty in my whole life when I was like a child, which is insane.
Really,
7?
me too.
Yeah, like 7, I was like you and you and you and you. Like I
Did you
Yeah,
have
it's insane.
what age was your first kiss?
my first kiss was actually like around 8 years old in Mexico. But my first kiss was actually fucking insane because it wasn't just like a first kiss. It was
everything.
It was the first fucking weird ass night. That's what the fuck. And I had no business at 8 years old. It was my aunt's house in Mexico. He was the neighbor from across the street.
The vecino. It's always
Yeah,
the
it's always
vecino.
the neighbor.
Was he older?
No, by a year, I think.
Okay.
9. But, I was 8. And his sister and my sister, please don't come for them. We were all kids. I think they were like, 10, 11 too. So they were pretty young and dumb. So they knew we had a little crush on each other. So us 4 went into their room at their house. And then they were daring us. They were like, kiss. And then and me and him were just there like, okay. And we kissed. And then they were like, Vanessa, pretend you're Sleeping Beauty. And you pretend you're the prince that's going to wake her up. And I was laying
No.
I was laying in the bed like this man.
You came up like Dracula.
No, I was like brought up to life, literally. And then I think they were like pretend that you're like unsafe and like he's Spider-Man and he's like swinging in to like come save you. And I was like, okay. And then like he literally like jumped onto the bed and they were in the corner just cracking the fuck up the entire time.
You guys were their little Muppets.
No, and me and him were just so happy to be all over each other. Like, oh my god, like, this is so fun. But it got weird. When he jumped on top of me like Spider-Man, they started pressing his butt down on me. Like they were
Oh
like,
my God.
no, and that's when I was like, whoa, relax. Like
relax.
one little kiss, that's cute, but what the fuck is going on? And they were just laughing. Like I think they're young.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
we
know.
can't blame them.
You know what? I used to make my Barbies have sex.
You know,
God knows what that meant for
Right.
me at the time.
So yeah, that was it's funny because him and I, we still see each other to this day, and we still laugh about it. Like we're like, what the fuck? Like we can't believe it. He turned out like to be like he's an architect now.
Oh, get it
He got money.
Maybe you should go munch up on that afterwards.
Maybe you should try
reminiscing.
playing again.
I'm gonna be like, hey, no, honestly, no. He has a girl. He's actually expecting his first child right now.
Is
Yeah,
he
that
married?
is stop Ariana Grande.
No, he's not married.
Oh, then there you go. Just fucking around.
Yeah.
I'm like, according to Ariana Grande, yes, and
Oh my gosh, she is so wild for that.
For what?
her song. Did you hear it?
I haven't heard the whole song, but girl, I don't need to hear the song. Her song is called Yes and. Cause did you know about the drama with Ariana Grande? Okay, so she was married, right? And she was doing, I think, a Broadway show. To everything I say. I don't know what she was doing with this guy. You know what's weird? Oh, okay, a movie with this guy. And they, I guess, started having like an affair. But no, they never.
Oh, the white ugly cracker?
Yes.
Yeah, the SpongeBob guy.
They never addressed it. Like, never. And she just dropped a song called Yes and. And she's pretty much like, yeah, I did that and.
And he was with his partner for over 15 years.
And they had just had a baby.
Yeah, and they decided to finally be parents. And he literally leaves her with a newborn for Ariana Grande. Which I can't see why he wouldn't do that. Like, because he's clearly not a man of integrity and character.
That part.
But she's a fucking world-renowned, like, superstar. And he was just like, this is my one chance.
No, you know what's weird to me? That someone said that. They said that he looks like her brother.
He does look like her brother.
He looks a lot like her brother.
He does.
Like, weird. I hate when couples
Dorky,
look
goofy.
alike. It's so disgusting to me.
But have you heard that like you'll be attracted to people that look like you subconsciously? That's why it happens a lot.
I can understand
That's
that.
why it happens a lot that people like look like siblings end up in relationships. It's like I don't know what the science is behind it because I didn't read that far. But that
She's like, I don't know what the body said, only the headline.
so I was like, good enough for me. Makes
Ew,
sense.
I don't like that though. I hate that. But to be fair, I've never met anybody who looks like me.
Wait, did you ever do that filter? How you look like a man?
Fine
I
as hell.
have. Yeah, I
so
look sexy. I'm
you
sorry.
would. So yes, you would date your. Hey, yes, and you would date yourself.
You got me, I
yeah,
honestly.
Fuck. I get it. I'm fine. You know
No,
what?
yeah, of course.
I had a beard.
Of course.
For bro.
But Ariana Grande as her brother, girl, no. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
her brother, no.
That's tough.
No,
Yeah.
but that's sad. I'm joking. Whenever I'm joking about cheating, guys, whenever I'm saying about cheating, it's a joke, guys. Okay, that's sad.
No, yeah, cheating.
We do
I
not
don't
condone that here, and I definitely
Unless-
do not condone.
Didn't we just say in a couple episodes
there's
that we would
some.
forgive the first time?
Okay, though, but them to me, not me to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that shit, but if you do it to me, perhaps.
I don't think
Yes,
I
and.
would be able to forgive that.
Not even the first time?
I would. I'm not gonna say no because I don't know. I've never been in that position.
I'm gonna say no in case I might get any ideas. No, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Yep.
I don't know. I understood why you said the first time, but remember we said under specific
Right.
circumstances.
Of course,
Like,
of course.
if he was already a douchebag, no.
Unless my man dies and has another life, then I'll forgive him. But like other than that, there'll be no other excuse. So no, but
Exactly.
anyways,
But if you just had a baby, like
That's
you're,
wild.
because I mean,
No,
I feel like
I
that's
feel
a slap
like-
in the face to your kid.
No, I feel like that would not slide with me. Like
No.
if we just had a child and you cheated, like
Months,
that's
dude. The baby's not even a year
insane.
old.
That's
Yeah.
insane. No, I feel like that's una traición que no podría perdonar.
Yeah.
and I
I
feel like
wouldn't.
it's crazier because in her song she has a lyric that says, "Why do you guys care so much whose dick I ride?"
She said that?
She said, "Why do you care whose dick I ride?"
She's right.
She said, "I want to ride SpongeBob."
I'm like, girl,
No.
we don't care, but his wife
No.
and newborn infant might have an opinion or two.
And if you don't want people to care, maybe hide it, because you're a celebrity, as people do. They be on celebrities' dicks, so maybe just try to be a little more discreet.
But honestly, that's just rich people shit, I think.
Yeah.
Like, she's so rich and her fans are so diehard that
they don't go. They're gonna be like, yes, and what?
Separate the art from the artist.
Yeah. I truly believe that if an artist reacts like they don't give a fuck, it'll like go by like really fast. People forget about it. But if like the artist gets caught up putting out an apology and like doing the most like gravel, what is it? What's that word? Groveling?
Yeah.
Groveling is groveling or graveling?
Groveling is, I think, when you put the...
So it's groveling?
Like, I don't know.
When they do like groveling, I feel like that's when it gets like remembered most. Like people won't let it go.
That's true.
Because I've learned, just act like you don't give a fuck and people will follow suit.
Sometimes. But I feel like with something like minute like that, I mean, it's not minute.
I was like, minute, bitch.
In a sense where, like, it's not... The only people affected are her and him and the couple, you know what I mean? They didn't really do anything... I feel like sometimes when artists say something that can be interpreted for many people, then everyone gets offended.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But since that's only really affecting her and the family, like
speak for yourself.
Yeah, people are, like, fans are gonna be like, well, she didn't do it to me.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I saw this one tweet, or no, I saw this video on TikTok of a girl who had a best friend for like over 15, 20 years, and her best friend was like a perpetual homewrecker. Like, she had repeatedly like get involved in people who were in relationships, and then she finally did it to her best friend, and she's like, you know what, I never mattered to me because it was always other people, until one day it was her. Do you think like that's a red flag if your friend is like a perpetual homewrecker?
Yeah. I think if it's chronic, like, why does it have to be every single time a taken man? You know what I mean? Like, if you can't actually get someone who's single, then one, either you have clearly an issue, or two, no one single wants you, and that's sad.
Damn.
But
that's also sad, yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where, like, do you judge your friends for their actions? Like, how deep?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, was she constantly being like, bitch, don't do that?
I think like siempre le aplaudía, like, siempre le encontraba excusa to forgive herself, to forgive her, or not to forgive, because clearly she didn't give a fuck, but like it wasn't until it was her fucking man, her husband, that she was like, actually, you cheat on this, and the dental office that you work at, I don't know which of the dentists that you're fucking right now that's married, but let him know what was good. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the point of always going towards a taken man? Like, I feel like as a friend, I would tell her, like, girl, don't you want someone for your own?
Yeah. Right. And I feel like I'm learning that the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So, like, if you have no integrity in that sense, like when it comes to going after taken man, you're not going to be scared to do grimy things in other areas of your life, with your friendships, with your work, with yourself. There's no integrity, no self-respect, no morals, no values. Like, so I feel like if someone's repeatedly showing you, like, dude, like, I ain't shit, like, in this sense, it'll bleed into other things.
That's true. But I also think it's like you said, like, if you're... Like, why have a friend that's a piece of shit like that all the time?
Yeah.
But she said, like, she was a great friend. She just so happened to always do that. And I said that about it because I do have some friends who their beliefs are like... Nah. No, they're not the same thing. But they literally are like, well, if he's in a relationship and he decides to cheat, that's not my responsibility. Like, that was his choice. She's like, I personally don't owe any loyalty to them. So, like, if he don't give a fuck, baby, I could give zero. You feel me?
But that logic really doesn't make any sense, because that's true. Like, he's the one who's in the relationship. But as a woman, why are you getting half of everything? You know what I mean? Because when you're with someone who's in a relationship, like, you're only getting half the time, half the attention, half the effort, because he's always putting an effort to make sure that his girl doesn't find out. So as a woman, it's like, how do you even find satisfaction in that?
That's why I say the forbidden fruit.
I think we're moving into trauma territories right now. Like, I feel like when you grow up in a way where you feel like, you're lacking or you're missing certain things, you didn't get certain things, and you weren't taught, like, healthy ways of going about getting those things, you're going to just be toxic, and you're going to not give a fuck about anyone but yourself and trying to get what you want, your needs met, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, that's tough. Like, I feel like I've had those friends where they do things like that, and I feel like based off my values and my morals, I'm like, I would never do that, you know? So it's like, but I don't want to be judgmental because they're doing that, you know? Like, as a friend, I can have a conversation with them and I can understand, like, where they're coming from or, you know, maybe be that friend. And I have been, like, I have been that friend too that maybe might have egged on bad decisions. Like, fuck it, girl, who gives a fuck? But in the back of my head, I'm like, no, girl, like, don't do that. Yeah. But at the same time, I've also been that friend that I've been like, you know what? Like, I don't think you should do this. It's not the right thing. And I feel like both have like its pros and its cons. Because when I have been that friend that was like, no, don't do it, they still did it regardless. Or it was like an argument. Or when I was that friend that was like, you know, just do it, fuck it. It wouldn't end well, and then I would feel, you know, it's like a lot of, you know.
But I feel like those are one-time kind of situations. Like if someone's constantly going towards taking men, you know what I mean? I feel like that point's like an ego thing of like, well, I can just take whatever I want, and these men don't care because I, like, you know, I'm so great I could take whatever man.
It wasn't in like a taking man scenario. It was just like in general, like bad decisions, right? You know, where you want to be a supportive friend regardless. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I am a supportive friend, but I definitely am taking note of the kind of people I'm surrounding myself with. And if I feel like I'm not aligning with who you are as a person, I don't want to be around you. Yeah. And it's like no shade, no tea, like no judgment, you know. I just genuinely feel like the people around you are a reflection of you, whether you like it or not. Whether you wanted to admit it to yourself or not. Yeah. You know, the people in your circle really do reflect your values, your morals, who you are, how you feel and think about yourself. And like that's inevitable. Like that's science. Like you can't fucking fight that. You might not want to accept it, but it's the truth. So not being like really fucking honest with myself, I'm like, okay, who am I surrounding myself with? Like, you know, and not that I in a judgy way, but it's just like, I want to be around people that I know when I look at, I'm like, I fucking love this person because I see myself in this person, and this is someone I'm proud of. Yeah. This is someone that I want in my life. This is someone I want to support me, to be with me in my proudest moments and my lowest moments. And I feel like that's kind of like how I'm going now about friends like that.
Yeah. And I feel like in situations like that, like, how do you even feel bad for her? You know what I mean? Like, if she knew that her friend was doing that for years... Like, how do you comfort someone like that where it's like, okay, girl, well, sorry he did that. Like, they did that to you, but you knew.
Sorry you didn't see it coming. Maybe.
Yeah, like, come on, girl. Like, what do you mean?
That sucks. Yeah.
I'm like, she was literally fucking one of her bosses. Like, I feel like that's like you're treading in, you know, shallow waters. And
I feel like coworkers shouldn't fuck.
Guilty. I was young. It was
oh my god,
a long time ago.
It happens.
She was a Sleeping Beauty. Nah.
She took her role a little too serious.
Yeah. No, this is definitely giving a little more Zayn vibes for sure.
Oh my god, you need to read those books.
You fucking need
What books?
The ones I haven't finished it, but
oh god,
the ones we want to start the book club with, and then this other one that's called, oh my god, I was bending my knee and it's fucking hurting right now.
Okay.
The one that Vanessa was obsessed with the series.
Which one? The Seven Husbands or whatever?
No, that one's okay.
Which one?
The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
I haven't read that one yet.
I personally did not like it.
What is it about? She got like 7 dudes or what?
I'm not even joking. This is the book.
Okay.
This girl, she's a writer. A nobody. One of the most famous actresses in Hollywood wants her to write her biography or like something for her magazine.
Right.
She goes and she's like, oh, I'm actually not going to write an article for the magazine. I want you to write my autobiography. And she's like, okay, why me? Oh, I'll tell you later. But you can only publish it once I die, which is what she says. And then she just goes on to tell all her husbands. And then she's like, just kidding. I'm a lesbian. That's why I had so many husbands.
Oh.
And not only that, my lesbian lover's husband was your dad's lover. And he died. And that's why I picked you to write my autobiography. Because I want you to make the money out of it. That's it. That's literally the whole book.
Interesting.
Hold the fuck up. So she was a lesbian. Her partner's married, and his father.
And the girl who's the writer was the lesbian's husband's
daughter.
lover.
Wait.
So they both married to like keep an appearance to two gay men.
Oh. So the dad was gay?
Yeah, but she didn't know her dad was gay and her dad had died. So she's like, oh, guess what? Like, your dad was gay. And the way he died was that my BFF killed him because they were drunk driving. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Oh,
it sounds more interesting than it is. I just personally, when I because that tells you it in like the last like 10 pages. So it's super anticlimactic.
That's stupid.
And I was just like, okay, so you fucking pretty much were an accomplice to her dad's death. By the way, he's gay. Here's some money to make up for all your pain.
My father was murdered. He's gay, and now you're making me do like, damn, rest in peace. Fuck, like
that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I got from it. I was like, okay, it's interesting. It's just not what I.
If y'all were in the writer's shoes, what would y'all do with the money?
Ooh.
What do you mean? I'm cashing out. What the fuck?
I'm just
she sent me this trauma. I might as well make $1 out of it.
Yeah, she said release that shit when I'm dead. Bitch, I'm releasing that shit tomorrow.
I'm like immediately like the next day. I'm like, and you're going to jail. Like, what the fuck you mean, my father? And I'm gonna just let you slide. Like, you're going to prison. Like, no.
Not jail, baby girl. Prison.
Felony, right? Felony.
I got it on video, bitch. I recorded your ass.
Oh my god! But it's kind of interesting. I just think it's cheesy.
Yeah.
Her husbands are like her first husband. She marries him so he can get her to Hollywood. She's a hoe. There's nothing wrong with it. But she is a hoe. I think if I was gonna become famous, I would love to become famous like her. Just like fucking everybody.
Didn't Lana say she fucked her way to the top?
Lana said that?
In a song. I don't know if like that's like a testimonial, but it was definitely a part of a lyric.
Oh god. That's crazy.
Would you?
Fuck my way to the top? No.
No?
I don't got that dog in me. No, I wish.
I think if every person that I was gonna fuck was hot. Like, if I had a fucking ugly dude, that's it. That's as far as I'm going.
If I could, like, go on dates for 3 months, build a connection with them.
Oh, my God.
Maybe, but...
Which if you don't get on your knees...
I thought they want to do that, so... Probably not.
She's like, we have to have a connection first.
Yeah, I can't have
she's
sex
about to connect
otherwise.
this dick. Like,
yeah, otherwise it's not going to work out.
That's fun.
Yeah. No.
I just don't think I could do it morally, but I wish I could. I'm not even gonna lie. If I could, I would.
Yeah. Hey, boo. What does it matter? Some people release a sex tape and now they're billionaires. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I had that in me. I literally would not be able to be like, damn, my mom saw that, my uncle saw that, my brother's gonna see that. Like, that's all I think about. And I feel like you have to have a certain level of like
to be like, yeah, I'm gonna think about that, but in my mansion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about that while I'm flying to Paris.
Exactly. Like, I don't even like to kiss men in front of my family because I'm like, ew, no, my family's watching. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't think I've ever kissed anyone in front of my family. But if I did, I don't think I'd mind if I'm being honest.
What?
I don't think I'd mind.
You never kissed Hugo in front of your family?
No. Like, why would I?
I don't know. Just like, oh, babe, let me kiss.
Like, look, everybody.
Well, no, but like that's why, you know what, I hate at weddings.
Oh, you know what?
They're like kiss. I'm like,
no,
I'm like, I did. It was when we did our gender reveal.
Oh, that's cute.
That was it. Like,
it was like, only because I was excited. Otherwise, it would have not happened.
Because what the fuck? Why are we gonna be? And we just weren't like affectionate in general, so that had a lot to do. But I imagine if I was with a man that was affectionate. And if he wanted to kiss me, I wouldn't give a fuck.
She's like, tongue down my motherfucking throat.
Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm talking about like a little cute little peck or whatever. She's like, you know, like
no más.
Al rato.
Ya no me pidas más.
No, let's go into the room. No.
I'm done.
I've always, not gonna lie, one of my fantasies is to go to, like, to be like at a family party or some kind of event and just sneak to a bathroom and have sex in a bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's thrill of getting caught.
It's so typical. Yeah, it's so typical, you know, like, you know, in every movie, like, cliche, like, it happens. But I just, something about, like, the possibility of being caught or, like, you know, just the fact that we just were looking so hot. We just wanted each other so bad that we didn't give a fuck. We just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that sounds hot.
Yeah, like, I want to do that.
I got fingered under a table during a first dance at a wedding once.
I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
It was really, it was nice.
Hey,
Good job.
Thank you. Oh, I thought we were clapping. I thought we were pausing. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
That sounds very fun.
Very slutty. Very slutty.
She's a whore.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Right.
I didn't know them.
She's a whore with morals and
Hey,
values.
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah.
right for your man at the time. So who cares? Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Cause
I truly hope that we remember all these things when we're like 80.
Oh, for sure. My grandma tell you she
does?
remember first, middle, and 2 last names. Like they were putting something down that she picked up. You feel me? Like,
Damn.
hey, shout out to her. I'm not gonna give her name out because one of y'all's grandpas might be know me. So.
Are you and Rex affectionate with each other like that?
No, we're not.
No?
We're not at all. Like we don't do that. Yeah, but I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that. I said like I would make more of a concerted effort to be more affectionate.
He wants to, but you're the one that's more.
So when we were younger, he was very affectionate. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I would be like, "What do you mean you want to hold my hand in front of all these people?" Right now? You know, like, but I was okay again, like 16, 17, 18, 19.
it's
Remember,
valid,
I
that's
dated him
valid.
when I was like, barely understanding what nipples were. You know, so
yeah, I felt that.
like I was just very told, and I didn't grow up with like my mom having like a partner, so I never
saw
and
it.
and even like the closest like marriage, they were totally not affectionate. Like it was one of my aunts and uncles, like they were not super affectionate. So I never like saw someone holding their hand or oh mi amor or I'm like, oh okay, relax, this is too much for me. No, but
You're
I
like-
never saw that, so I never like replicated, and I was like, oh, it's so cringy. Like, what do you mean you love me so much? Like, stop. Like it was so hard for me to accept love when I was younger, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so I couldn't give it to him how you expect him. Yeah.
But that's so real though that you want to do that now.
Oh yeah, now y'all are gonna see me tongue down his motherfucking
Ooh!
throat. So
I wanna see that. I'm excited
like,
for that.
now he might be the one embarrassed, but you know what? What's a life if you never have been embarrassed? You know,
Life is too short.
right? Life is too short.
Honestly.
I was like that too. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was like that too though. Like I was like with my ex, I was always like, oh, like stop smacking my ass, and nobody was looking.
Wait.
Like if we were in public or
I
something.
would be like, wait a minute.
No, yeah, like if we were like at the store or something, and he would smack my ass, I'd be like, girl, like don't do that, or like I didn't want to like I'd be like, hey, real fast, like bye.
Yeah.
And I hate that because now I'm not like that at all, and I'm like, oh, like I wish I don't know.
Yeah, you wish
would've-
you would have gave yourself the opportunity to feel those
Yeah,
things.
especially because when you're young, everyone's like, oh, it's because they're young. They're young and in love.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
that's what I want. Like, I want the head ass, like, affectionate, like, just, like, I don't give a fuck who's watching.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to try to fuck my partner, like, in front of my
Right.
whole
You
family,
want
but...
that Kourtney Kardashian,
boundaries.
Travis Barker, where she's hopping
No.
on a couch.
Okay, I don't know about that. No, they go above and beyond.
Hey.
But I admire that they are just so in their love bubble that they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, obviously everybody looks away and it's like, oh my God. But to them, they're
Or
just
like-
so infatuated and in love that they just can't get enough of each other. And I want that. Like, I
Yeah.
yearn for that deeply. Having been with a man that was the complete opposite, I feel like I'm in a place in my life where either come that way or don't come at all.
Yeah. Especially because, I mean, it's one of those things where why am I limiting myself for everyone else's comfort?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what's
exactly.
uncomfortable with kissing?
And if you're
Don't look,
uncomfortable,
bitch.
and if you're uncomfortable, that's a personal problem.
Mm-hmm.
Don't got shit to do with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see us in the street, I'm always gonna be making out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we should. Fuck it. Like, at the end of the day, like,
Let's just cut the episode right now.
She's like, let me
I got
call
something
him.
to do.
We're all thinking about someone right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely am just gonna be more, and it is more me. I feel like I will be so embarrassed. Like I don't know. I would really be mortified if someone saw me kissing. I'd be like, oh my God, like they just saw that. I don't know. I just feel like it just feels really uncomfortable for other
Yeah.
people to witness that. But I feel like it's because it's vulnerable. You know, you're
Yeah.
like, you're in a moment where you're like, go there. You're looking in their eyes, and you're just like, oh shit, like, oh,
When
yeah,
I
saw you
was-
over here.
When I was younger, I would only care because I would be like, damn, like, what if people see me kissing someone that they think like, oh, she's doing it wrong, or that looks,
Oh my
or that doesn't look like
gosh.
it's like the best makeout sesh or something. So I would be
I'm
very self-conscious,
dead.
but not no more. I've been told I'm a good kisser
Hey.
a few times actually. So
Hey, multiple sources.
yeah, multiple. Yeah, they confirmed for me.
Yeah, let me know you need references, babe.
No, and it's funny because like you try not to like get to your head, but it's such a good compliment though. Come on, like I know y'all been told.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, y'all
I'm
been
not gonna
told. Y'all been
lie.
told. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's a really good compliment to get.
It is.
I broke up with a guy once because he was such a bad kisser.
No, I actually stopped talking to someone once because I was like, this kiss was very bad, and I'm sorry, but that just turned me off.
I just don't get it. Like, how are you doing this wrong?
Oh,
Right.
you guys, there was this one guy that kissed me once, and he flicked his tongue. Like, I don't want to do it on the camera, like this.
Ew! Oh, yeah. Oh my god! Did he think your tongue was your
And
clit?
I don't know, and he would do it like slightly like inside my mouth, but not. So I would just be there like,
You're all like,
what do I do with this? Like,
She's all trying to
what?
catch it. She's like,
No, it was so bad, and I'm just like, never again. No, sir.
Have you guys ever seen We're the Millers?
Dude, I fucking love that movie
Have you
so
seen it?
much.
I feel like not all of it, or not.
No
that I can
regrets.
remember.
There, no regrets. There's a scene where like they're teaching one of the guys how to kiss, and supposedly the mom does something with like the tongue.
Yeah.
And he like opens his eyes, and I'm always like, damn, like
I wonder what it was.
Yeah, what did she do? I want to do it.
She probably sucked her fucking tongue in his nose.
Maybe, but
Hey.
sucking tongue's not that
Yeah,
crazy.
sucking tongue,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it had to be something
Yeah.
juicy.
Dude, you know what I realized recently that is something juicy? When guys like blow like air at you. Like on your neck.
Like in
or,
the movies,
Like in
like-
your ear. Like, I feel like the vibe has to be set though.
Yeah.
Like, you guys both have to obviously
He's
be
like,
like.
come here.
Hey.
No. Y'all fucking hissing, bitch. Y'all are blowing. No, but I'm not gonna lie. It was done to me recently, and that shit was pretty hot. I was like, oh, I like that.
Do you ever wonder, like, am I missing out on not sexual experiences with other people, but just like there's so much out
To
there.
learn,
Yeah.
100%, 1,000%.
Especially
like
like
you can
us
learn,
as like,
though.
do you feel like as a married couple, like, do you guys are always like bringing back like that kind of sexual
New
spark?
things. I feel like when you're in a long-term relationship, you probably get like routine and like what you like to do because you're like, oh, I already know I like this, I like this, I like that. But I do think like you do learn to spice things up, like introduce like toys or you know what I haven't really done. One of my friends, she loves to like dress up all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know about lingerie because I wasn't naked. So like, what am I gonna have that on for? You know. But I understand like the appeal of it.
Yeah.
Like I would do like role playing, but yeah, I feel like it depends. But yeah, I think at some point because you're like, all right, well, I feel like when you're first young and you're first like together, you be experimenting. Do the wheelbarrow, like what the fuck do you mean you're holding my two legs in the air while you're walking and like trying? You know, so, like,
Oh my God,
like, some crazy
go
shit when you're
Rex.
young. You know, like I feel like you just do so much crazy shit, but like when you're like, I already know what I like, you know. So you're like, if you're trying to get there, you're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Hey, not gonna lie, I really kind of want to try some of like 50 Shades of Grey type shit.
Like some BDSM
yeah,
stuff.
like I'm low key. I feel like I'd be down to try something like that.
I 100% would. I don't know what it is, but like manhandle me.
Please.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm nothing.
Tie me up, pull my hair, bitch. Like I want to experience it.
The other day, tell me while I was braiding this bitch's hair, and she goes, "Why do I feel like the girl from 50 Shades of Grey right now?" I was like, "Okay." I start braiding faster.
She's like, pull it harder.
She offered. She was like, "Come here, I'm gonna braid your hair." And that's how it happens in the movie. He's like, "Kneel right here. I'm gonna braid your hair." So I was like, "Damn!" Like she's taking charge right now.
She's like, just pull it in the back.
Yeah, and I was like, "Is it tight enough?"
I'm like,
I was like this in her ear.
I'm like, this is. I'm like, I haven't had action in a minute. This is wild.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. You were kneeling exactly like her too, like on your little.
I was like,
I've never seen that movie.
It's
what?
Yeah, no. If I want to watch something that's gonna get me aroused, you know, there's
Yeah,
specific
you
website.
should
I
watch
feel like you know what? Have you guys ever watched the series Sex Life
No.
on Netflix?
I skipped to the sex parts when I wanted to masturbate.
It's a good ass show.
Isn't it
It's
like
a
she's like
good-ass
writing
show.
a book and her husband like reads it?
So it's essentially like this girl. She was a city girl. She got wifed up.
Yeah.
But she had like a bad boy ex-boyfriend who like was like putting it down, but like super toxic, and she's just having the time of her motherfucking life. And she's now married. She has a kid, and she's just like her life is very like sedentary. Like it's very routine. And she just like starts like reminiscing about like this life when she was once young and free and like living, like sexually with her man and doing hella shit. And so he comes back into her life, and she's like at odds of whether she needs to decide if she wants like to stay with her husband who's a good man, loyal, gives her a good life, she's a stay-at-home mom, or go back to this bad boy boyfriend who she like aborted a baby and like or like a miscarried a baby, like they didn't have their baby, and like he just gives her like this tumultuous ass life. So that's like I don't know if there was a second. I think there was a second season, but that's ultimately the premise. Is like, do you pick the good guy or do you go with the guy that you like are in love?
Ooh, there's a movie. It's called Closer. It's kind of old. Well, it's actually really old. But essentially, it's kind of that. And at the end, the girl chooses the stable guy. Like she fucks around and whatever, and she goes back to her husband. And the husband, like I said, always forgave the first cheating.
Hey, yeah, I know that's right.
Why is toxic dick the best dick?
Because you're not supposed to. It's like anything forbidden. I feel like it's gonna feel like
like it just
racy,
you shouldn't.
the adrenaline, and you shouldn't.
But then again, maybe I just haven't experienced like wholesome, genuinely like safe, loving, dick. So we'll see.
Yeah. Because I have had both, thankfully. They're both great. She
was like, I'm so sorry to you.
They are equally amazing.
Like, you know what? As long as it's equal, because if it would have been less than, oh no, man.
Yeah. But you know what? It also has to do with the fact that the toxic guy that I was talking to is fugly. You know what I mean? So now when I think back, I'm like, oh, like, you're so ugly. I can't even believe I let you touch my body.
No, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just so beautiful, sexy, gorgeous. I'm so amazing. No way.
Thank you.
But you live and you grow.
Yeah. Only fine men from now on.
Yes.
Only the finest man.
Period.
Shit.
But no little. So wait, little.
Yo,
Nas?
sí, pero pendeja.
No. Oh, man.
Okay, let me just say, we'll talk about that one afterwards, but I always thought religion was just in Spanish.
That's insane.
Like, because La Virgen Maria, like, obviously that's Jesus. That's a beaner-ass name. Right. You know what I mean? And I knew all the prayers in Spanish. Like, my catechism was in Spanish. I only went to Mass in Spanish. So I didn't, once I heard, like, freaking El Padre Nuestro in English, I was tripping. Like,
what do you mean the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit?
Who? Like, what are we talking about right now? I had no idea, dude.
I'm shocked right now.
Did you go to Mass in English?
Yes. In Spanish and English. But even if I didn't go in English, like, obviously religion is universal. So, like, people speak different languages. It's going to be translated. Like, I would never assume that it wouldn't.
I know, but because, like, my family we only spoke Spanish at home.
Yeah.
And, like, as a child, I didn't talk about religion with my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even, like, my cousin was Jehovah's Witness, and I would go to her masses, but those were also in Spanish.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Yeah. So when I started, I honestly hate hearing prayers in English. I'm like, this sounds mad weird.
Now you're living in Telemundo.
No, literally. Yeah, like, I was, and, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the names, like, Maria, like,
Maria,
like, no, girl,
like, what do you mean, Maria?
Like,
Maria.
Who's Mary?
Who the fuck is Mary?
Like, who's Mary had a little lamb?
Yeah, so I was always tripped. So when I found it, and I honestly didn't find out until like high school when I don't even know how the fuck I heard it. I was like, I just didn't think about other people.
You just didn't really think it through.
Yeah.
It was your
like,
world.
Other people existed but me.
She was like,
I was like, it's only Mexicans in the world.
She was like, it's my world and y'all living in it, babe.
Yeah, Latinos only. I'm sorry to you English speakers, but no thanks.
That's so
It
crazy.
sounds ugly.
She's like, only people that speak Spanish are getting saved from the Lord. Everybody else.
I'd be like, do they have a like subtitle somewhere?
I'm so sorry to everybody. If you're not a Spanish speaker, you're going to hell.
Dude, even my first communion I did it in Mexico. Like, all of that, like, I did it in Mexico. So I just had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm just a little dummy.
You were just Mexican.
You were
as
young.
fuck,
You were
bitch.
young.
I was just beaner as hell, yeah.
No,
You were
still
super
is.
Mexican.
Still is. Still very
Continues
much,
to be.
very much alive.
Thank you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
you
And so
should,
now I
you
want to
should,
learn
you
all
should.
the prayer. Like, the Padre Nuestro, I feel like I should know it in English.
And bitch, why are you talking to G? Look, I could speak to God, but I'm speaking to him in English. Like, I'll try to think in Spanish sometimes, so I just like have my thoughts in Spanish because I feel like I don't need to think. Things just naturally come. Have you ever like heard something and you're like, how the fuck do I know the lyrics to the song? And like I don't really know the lyrics to the song, but like I know exactly what's gonna come out like as soon as like the word is said.
Yes.
Like, so I feel like that's I don't know what was relevant to that point. Actually, I lost my point, but
You know what you were saying right now though about talking to God? Sometimes when I'm talking to my dad, I'll talk in English and I'm like, does he understand me?
Wait, did your dad speak English?
No.
No?
Not
You didn't know
really.
English?
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
we gotta ask the mediums.
That's what I'm saying because I'll be like, Dad, I miss you. And then I'm like, wait, Abba, te extraño. Like, I'll be like, wait, is he understand? Like, if I talk in English because he's in heaven now, like, does he have like
I think he
universal
does.
languages?
Yeah.
I think he does.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think he
they do.
understands.
Okay.
100%.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, like, in my head, I always speak in English, but out loud, I always speak in
Yeah.
Spanish.
I think when you pass away, you transcend like language, and it's more of like a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and it's like he feels like what you feel. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
You're right.
They do, yeah. I have
Good.
someone who's like a practicing medium.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's they can pick up on things like that someone who's, let's say, only speaks Spanish and they only speak English, and they can still pick up on like what they're trying to translate to them.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about like your inside, like what you're
emotion.
feeling. Yeah, it's
Thank
not
God.
the language. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Heaven
Alright,
is universal. though,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
like, maybe you could just ask someone that's up there, like
Like,
what
oh,
I said.
So can you ask God to translate?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, religion to me was mad weird. Like, when I started, I knew there was different religions, but to
Yeah.
me, like, Catholicism was
Strictly
Spanish.
Okay,
yeah.
now when you say it like that.
Yeah. No, I was aware of
Okay.
other gods, other religions, and I in my brain I was like, those are in English, but like,
Yeah.
like
You're
Catholics,
this
this is
strictly
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
Catholicism, they for a long time the masses were only in Latin. Like,
That's what
so
I'm saying.
you're not entirely off, but just a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
just like incredibly.
You weren't off, like the path was right. You just made a left when it was right. You know, like.
But she found her way back.
Yeah, but you find your way.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back like Lil Nas X.
Hey, oh.
Mm.
Okay, did y'all get scared?
No, low key, that video did feel a little out of pocket. It made me mad that the song was really good. Because I was like, I feel like I can't listen to it no more.
But why do you feel like it was out of pocket?
I don't know, because I grew up going to church, you know, and it felt a little like he was mocking, you know? And I don't know, just to me, it just didn't sit right with me. But like, I don't know. I might listen to the song. But
Just not watch the video?
I can't really put my finger on it. I just know that it didn't feel really good watching it. But then again, I grew up going to church like since I was young, you know. So these are all things that I learned about, that my pastor preached about, that I learned as lessons that, you know, made me feel good learning about. So to see it be portrayed in that way, it just felt like very disrespectful, and it's just not, you know.
Okay. I agree. I feel like for me, it's like I would never make fun of Muslim. I would never make fun of like someone who's Jewish. I would never, and I'm not even tied to a religion. Like I'm totally, I wouldn't say I'm against religion, but I believe my relationship to God is directly to God, and I believe God would be a woman. Like an atheist sat me down and they're like, well, why in religion and Catholicism and Christianity do we say like he is all seeing, all powerful, when in God, if we are created in his image and women create life, why would God be a man if only women are able to create life in this world?
That part.
And I understand that like God is supposed to be like a being and not a person, but it's like he is still gendered in religion. And so for me, I'm disconnected with religion just because I think women are subservient. And if I'm created in his image, then like why am I not an extension of God, right? Like I am living righteous and true and my free will is thanks to him, but why would that make me less than just because I'm a woman? Like, so that's my only really riff for religion, as well as like, the aspects of like slavery being justified under religion and like a whole bunch of other atrocities in the world, to be honest. But I believe like I directly speak to God, and it's not about my religion.
You know what? I feel like that's why when I see videos like that, it doesn't bother me. I think I just, in a general sense, I always do that. I always think back to like, well, look at all the fucked up stuff that the Catholic Church has done. That's always, whenever someone makes fun of the Catholic Church, I'm like, okay, but what about the what the Catholic Church has done? Yeah. That's why I think I never get offended for videos like that. I don't personally watch them because I'm not like a huge believer, but I'm a believer in the devil, bitch, and I'm not even gonna fucking play with him. Like,
you can't believe in God and not believe in the devil. Like, you have to. It's like everything has its like opposites, right? Like, if you believe in one, it's a given. The other one, like, you have to. You can't have one without the other.
Like, I'm not gonna advocate for one, but I'm definitely not gonna advocate for this guy. Like, if he's there, I'm not even gonna fucking play. Like, good for you, Lil Nas X, but I'm not.
Honestly, for me personally, like, when you made that comment, it's like, the Catholic Church has done like a lot of like atrocities. I feel like I always try to create that separation, right? Where I feel like, I feel like I do believe that Jesus walked the earth. I feel like there's some evidence to back it up that he was a real person and he did create miracles and he was trying to show people like a good path to live. But obviously that was skewed, right, by whoever was in power here on earth. So I always try to like create that separation of like, there is a God, there is, Jesus, and he was trying to show us the love and the light, and the way for us to be like, to live in harmony. But, obviously humans taint that, by our, we have free will, we have all these things that we have control of our own lives, so to say. So God isn't interfering in that. So it's like, I try to create like a separation between, yes, like the Catholic Church, the religion has done a lot of shit that obviously like is really sad and fucked up, but it's not a reflection of who God and Jesus are.
Oh no,
so it's like so it's like whenever I see things like that, and like I read the stories, the Bible. Obviously, people say that the Bible was changed, right? That it, books were taken out or certain words were changed, and it impacts the meaning of what really was trying to be said. So it's like I try to just tell myself like, okay, like I feel like the gist of it is good, and I want to hold on to that, and just try to disregard whatever the world got his hands on and change, like that's like out. And I always try to, whenever I don't read the Bible often, and I'm not gonna say here like, oh, I go to church a lot, because I don't, but I do feel like I did have a relationship with God, and like I do feel him working in my life a lot. And I feel like whenever I'm confused, it's like, oh, is this really how it's supposed to be? Am I being brainwashed? Like, I feel like I just try to ask God, like, whatever resonates, God, make me feel like it resonates in my life. Make it feel like it's coming from you, like it's something that you want me to know. And if it's not, if it's something that's of the world, like let it just go over my head. Like let it pass. Let it just pass. Yeah. So watching that video, it did not feel good. Not like in a it just, like you said, it's just when other religions, you're not just gonna go mock them and do all these things, whether you believe in it or not. So I just feel like respect is like a big thing, and I just feel like that wasn't respectful.
Yeah.
Regardless if you feel like it's right or not.
I'm big on, because that to me, I feel like Lil Nas X does it almost on purpose.
100%. You know what
I mean? So to me, it's more satirical.
Publicity, trying to get the attention.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Book of Mormon.
No.
Do you guys know about the Mormon religion?
A little bit.
Briefly.
Well, essentially, they believe that John Adams was like here in America, and like, I don't know specifically.
Wait, John Adams, like the president?
Oh, not John Adams. Yeah. I don't remember his fucking name. Let me look it up. But pretty much, like,
I wouldn't believe
it's a little ridiculous to me, personally. And I watched the play. It's called The Book of Mormon, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, but it's satirical. So to me, it's kind of like, how do you really thread that line of like, this is satirical and I'm full on disrespecting? That I agree. Like, I do think he for sure crossed the line because of like, he was physically on the cross and, like impersonating Jesus and whatever.
Right.
But I think I do always see it in more of like a satirical way rather than like a full on disrespectful way.
Yeah. And that's and that I feel like that relates to like your relationship with
Yeah.
you know how
And
you
the
grew
way I
up
was like
exactly
brought
like,
up.
yeah, exactly. So you know I feel like to me growing up like church was a little personal to me. Like it was something that I grew up going to church like all the time. And even though I'm not 100% like agreeing with a lot of the things I was taught growing up, I do still hold a lot of things like dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Because it definitely has gotten me through a lot of like dark moments in my life. So it's something that regardless of how I feel about it, like I still like have respect for it, you know. So and that's like me personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
even
yeah.
if you don't feel the same way, like I don't judge you for that because I understand like you were raised differently, you think and feel differently. So, you know, it's not something that I want to impose like my feelings and my beliefs on others. And I feel like that's something that people need to learn how to do.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, you might feel and learn and believe a certain way, but it doesn't give you the right to want to come to someone and be like, well, you're a bad person because you don't feel like I do, you know, and that's not right either.
Yeah. And really all I remember from church as a little girl is them like asking for money.
Who?
Like the church
Like
I was going to.
The ofrenda?
Yeah, no, like they would start the mass with like, oh, like you guys need to donate because this is what we want to do at the church. This is what we need, blah, blah, blah. And then they do the mass. And then before mass ended, they would do another spiel of like, oh, well, this is aparte like of asking for the, what's that shit called?
Yeah,
Ofrenda?
the fuck, and I have my
that's not the word I'm looking for. I know. Yeah, whatever, that shit. You know what I mean? They would ask
clearly
for,
we ain't been to
that.
church.
They would ask for it twice. They would ask for that. They would pass around the little basket twice.
That's crazy.
And I would always tell my mom, like, again? Like,
Yeah.
let's take some. Let's take some of them $5.
How about we grab something from the
Yeah,
basket?
exactly. Like, and then, or they would leave like little slips, like by the Bible, like so you can just put in the money there and like you take it to like a little box. And then after mass ended, like the religious part of mass, they would again ask for money. So I feel like I always got disconnected because when I'm a kid, I don't know shit about money. I don't even know why the fuck you're asking for it. And two, like nothing you really said was, and I am gonna blame my mom for this. She never let me go where they would teach kids.
Oh, you never went to like the Sunday school?
No, not even that. Like during mass, the church I went to during mass, they'd be like, "Oh, like all the kids, we're gonna take them to another room to teach them like about like God and stuff." And my mom was always like, "No, you can't go."
Ooh.
See, she was scared because she knows what them churches be
Maybe, but I was always like,
Maybe.
"Man, I want to go." Like all
Yeah.
the kids are there.
It was a vibe.
Yeah, I bet.
but
I fucking bet.
But I went to Christian churches. I didn't go to Catholic churches. So
Yeah, I would love to go to a Christian church. A lot of people invite me.
I like
But I kind of
Christian
just want to go because you guys have like bands and
No,
stuff.
Yeah,
y'all
Christian
sing-
churches
y'all
are better
singing
than
shit.
Catholic.
No,
Yeah,
the
I'd
bands
say
go
they
off
are.
low key.
Yeah.
I used to sing.
Not the church girl.
I'm not a good singer, but you know, it was a
Yeah.
good little. When I was younger, I was like 12.
How cool! Like on stage.
Yeah, on stage.
Let me see. Let me
Always
hear
been a
you hit it.
star.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Or what is it? Ave Maria.
You gotta make the cut,
Hey,
for
Ave
sure.
Maria. Let me hear that.
Wait, what?
Ave Maria. You know the opera one? Like.
Oh, okay. I feel like our church did more like alternative rock.
That's what I'm
Christian.
saying. That shit look fun.
Christian, yeah.
Okay.
It's just
I
you
know
get
that's
into
right.
it, you know, like it's really good.
Headbanging bitches on the way.
Yeah, no, literally.
I don't know. Lil Nas X has been controversial for a little while. I really don't listen to his music that
Me
much.
either. I don't listen enough to care.
Yeah, but that's how I feel about Doja Cat. Like, I love her music, but I'm also like, girl, I'm not going to invoke the devil because this is a banger. Like, I'll listen to it if it's on, but I'm never going to play it.
Literally, that's what obsessed me about Doja. Like, girl, you got so many bangers, but the way you fucking talk about the devil and shit, like, I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, like, I get scared. I'm a scaredy cat.
No,
Really?
me too.
I went
Yeah.
to her concert.
Was it fun, though?
Hey, bitch, I said what I said.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like her was satirical. Like, when I went to her concert, like, nothing about it felt demonic. Nothing about it felt like, satanic. There was nothing, like, I felt like she was kind of doing what Lil Nas X is doing, is just being controversial and, like, playing on the fact that, like,
That
you're
everyone's
gonna get clicks and views. Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like they do it because everyone's already painting them as that. So they're like, oh, yeah? Well, here you go, bitch.
Yes, that's actually exactly how I felt in her concert. I felt like she's kind of saying, like, if you think I'm, like, satanic, then you're dumb as shit. And, like, this is to all you guys that are dumb as shit. Like, that's literally, I don't know how to better express it than that. Like, I just feel like Doja Cat was just like, if you guys truly believe I'm demonic, then, like, I'm gonna let you guys think because you guys are dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But
And then people that don't go to her concerts are only going to see, like, her doing weird shit at the concert and then be like, see, we told you.
I ain't saying she didn't do no
I'm
weird
not
shit, you know? I'm just saying, like, personally, you know, hey, en nombre de Dios, el nombre del Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, amen, you know?
protected.
Like, I didn't feel like something had, you know, just like a weird, I did not feel that at all at her concert.
You know, I said that in one of the podcasts that I felt that at a Beyonce concert and everybody went nuts. They were like, what the fuck? I was there. That didn't happen.
I'm gonna cancel
like,
you because I disagree. When I went to see Beyonce, I didn't. I felt I was floating. Like
I did not. I don't know what it was, but I just paint Beyonce like Illuminati. I'm sorry, girl. Again, the world did that to you, not me. I'm just following the crowd right now.
Yeah. But she talks about like church in her songs. Like she has a song called Church Girl. I truly don't believe or you know what, maybe I'm you know what, that's my queen bee, so I can't even fucking be
I love Beyonce. I don't have anything against Beyonce. I fucking love her. She's the reason I even run, because every time I'm gonna run, I play Beyonce because I gotta channel that bad bitch energy.
Period.
But I do agree, like I will acknowledge, because people are like, no, it's because you were high, but I wasn't that high because first of all, I smoked like way before getting there and then like walked the entire stadium 40 or whatever.
Inside.
So I wasn't like super high, and I was very aware of like, this doesn't feel right to me. And it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's just more of like, I don't want to have this on my phone.
This is my hot take.
So you didn't record?
Not all of it, no.
Oh, wow. This is my hot take. Y'all know that when y'all listen to music, you feel strongly. It can make you feel like a bad bitch, a sad bitch, a dumb bitch, an angry bitch. Like music, whether y'all want to be real with yourself or not, it could really change your day like that. You could be upset, you could put on a song and you all of a sudden in a good mood. You could be like having a good day, you listen to a song and all of a sudden you're in the worst mood. Like music has a lot of power. You know, say word has power, and you know, singing is words, like being felt passionately. And I truly feel like what you listen to matters. And if bitches are joking and trying to play like, oh, the devil, but it's not really, like, I'm sorry, but you got me fucked up. Like, you got me fucked up. You guys y'all can, this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying like y'all should think like me, but, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't listen to certain songs, because bitch, you know, I love to bump some Doja. You know, I love her. Ski. No, literally. No, and I do, so like, I'm not going to be like, I'm a part. No, I'm included in the masses, you know, but I do feel like I'm not going to sit here and pretend like what you portray and what you say is like a joke, because it's not. Like if you're gonna be like, oh, like I'm gonna just say this devil shit because, you know, y'all thinking dumb, I'm gonna go along with it. No, I'm sorry, but it's very known in the music industry that shit ain't like what it seems. You know, people are selling their souls, people are doing shit for fame and creating contracts and soul ties and, you know, all this fucking bullshit. Like, I don't see how that doesn't translate into like the music. So I'm just like, me personally, like, I try to tread a little lightly sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm human at the end of the day, so, you know, a bop is gonna be a bop and I might play it, but, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like if shit's a little too much, you know, like with Lil Nas, like Doja, like I said, I love Doja, but I don't really be bumping her. Like, I feel like sometimes I do still have like that mental, like, toughness where I'm like, okay, like I might want to listen to this, but let me not. You know, I could still do those things sometimes. Same thing with Lil Nas. I actually have never heard like one Lil Nas song personally. Like, there's not one in my phone. Like, if it comes up, it's like in the radio or somebody else is playing it. But it's like I try my hardest to kind of keep my energy clean and like my space and my mind like free of like those things. Just because me personally, I know how much music has like an impact on me and how could it change my mood. And it's like, I'm not gonna play with something like that. Like, if I know something can play with my mood like that easily, it's just, to me, it's just something that I'm like, I don't take lightly.
That's fair, because that's a lot of people feel that with movies. Like, they won't watch scary movies.
I was literally thinking that.
Yeah, I just told Vanessa.
I don't watch scary movies for that reason either. And it's so crazy because my older sister, like when we were younger, we put like all these scary movies, Jeepers Creepers, all stuff, and she'd be
Jeepers
like,
Creepers.
that's actually the movie that traumatized me. And ever since then, I never watched another scary movie. Yeah, no,
never.
As soon as he's on that screen, he's like,
dude. Honestly, it'd probably be corny now as a grown adult, but if you watched it as a kid, that shit was traumatizing. Because I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It traumatized me too.
I actually never wear hats because there's this one scene in Jeepers Creepers where he's a scarecrow and there's like light flashing and he had a hat on and like his hair's kind of like, I don't want to say curly, but his hair's kind of like mine. You know, like, it's a little frizzy, you know? And he has like a big ass hat, and I'm like, that's how my shadow looks in a hat. I'll never wear a hat. I swear to God, I never wore a hat ever since that scene because I'm like, if that's how my hair looks, and I look like Jeepers Creepers, I'm never putting on a motherfucking hat again.
Tell me why I thought you were gonna say like something crawled out of his hat
or
like something happened with the hat.
The shadow was enough. I was like, that's what I would look.
That's
like,
the scariest thing ever. Nothing could have been scarier than that.
No, traumatizing. But no, my sister used to say like, I'm not putting that. She's like, I'm not putting that negative energy in my house. And I'm like, energy. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no. Why would I bring that like scary negative energy in my house?
No.
Like,
my mom used to because I'm like a fan. I stopped being it just because I became very frightened for some reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I can watch them, but I have to either sleep with someone or someone has to stay with me the night. Like, I can't watch a scary movie and then be alone. But when I was younger, I really loved them. My mom would always be like, te vas a traer el diablo. And I'd always be like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's a movie. Like, calm down, mom. But I was over here watching, like, The Exorcist, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, like, creepy shit.
Hell no.
And I don't know why I loved it so much as a little girl. Like, I loved it. Baby. I still do, but now when I hear stories of like people filming scary movies and everything that happens, I'm like, girl, that is not a coincidence. Like, that's the devil's scary. Walking around in there. I'ma still watch that shit.
No, not a. You let me know how it goes.
Yeah, that's why I want you to watch The Haunting of Hill House because it's not demonic. It's scary, but it has nothing to do with religion in itself. It's just the plot line is incredible. Like the storyline to that season, because there's another season, but it's like one of those like it's the same baseline, but it's a different story.
Okay, got it.
The first season is so incredible. Like the acting, the plot, the cinematography of it, it's so good that it's worth it because at the end you just see how everyone's connected and it's really beautiful. It's a good show.
I'm sorry to those people. I'm gonna have to believe you.
Take my word.
I'm just gonna have to believe you.
I'm down to watch it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not like a frequent like horror movie watcher. Like I won't put myself in that situation, but once in a while, you know, I'm like, okay.
I think you'll like it, and it has, like I said, it has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with like, I mean, scary shit comes up.
Yeah.
But at the end, you see why.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like, oh, it's the devil. Like, it has nothing to do with the devil. Essentially, it's about energy and in evil, but not necessarily. There's no
tied to religion.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. Okay. So I really recommend it. It's kind of old, but I mean, to each their own.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Well, I guess we'll see. I'll wait for the reviews.
I'll give you the rundown when I watch it.
Let me know.
I'm gonna voice memo you as I'm watching it. Like, bitch, this just happened.
Are your ass cheeks clenched right now? Let me know.
I hate that. Have you guys ever gone into someone's house and been like, yo, I need to get out?
No.
That happened to me one time, but then I realized they had a Ouija board in the house. And I was like, I need to go.
Oh, hell no.
Get out of here.
Were they white?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, that sounds like some white shit. Because I'm like, let my mom find out I have a Ouija board in the motherfucking house.
No, you know what they said? They said, oh, we found it here. Bitch, I gotta go home.
No.
Like, my mom's calling me. I have to go home.
You felt like negative energy?
I did, and then I didn't know why, and then I saw it, and it was like behind their like fish tank. It was like a little background to their fish tank, and I was like, the fuck is that? And they were like, oh yeah, we found it here. And I like touched it, and I was like, I'm gonna go home.
You touched that? Girl, I hope you fucking went home and like them and bendeciste.
No, yeah. That's when I'm like, God, I'm just kidding. I believe in you. English or Spanish, whatever you want.
She's like, fucking subtitles.
Art thou translating?
No, that's scary.
No, damn.
Yeah, it was scary.
My uncle told me about a story when he was young. He played it, and he said that like weird shit started happening, and that they tried to throw it in the trash, and it appeared in his house like the next day. Like you just hear a lot of crazy shit.
No.
So I feel like when you really call upon like a spirit and like it really like latches on, like you're fucked.
Especially because I'm pretty sure a lot of them are just waiting for a dumbass to like open that door for you.
And I'm one dumbass left. You know, like I can't put myself in that predicament. Yeah.
Hell no. Honestly, I'm such like if you're here, don't fucking touch him. Don't move any. I'm never gonna give you the access into this physical world, bitch.
Oh my God. I have the craziest actual story, like when I was young. But you guys have to watch our Patreon.
Yeah.
If you want the full details, I'll spill the details maybe here eventually one day. But on the Patreon, I'll actually give you guys an exclusive story, like real life fact. My mom took me to her neurologist because like she really thought I was going crazy. But I guess you have to subscribe to find out.
Yeah, I might spill a little tea on there too. You know, I got a little thing or two to say.
Hey, we've been taking shots.
Yeah, and I'm feeling a little loose right now, so my mouth is gonna be a little loose too.
Oh,
not the girl said we were gonna go to the gym after this.
Oh, we are going.
Oh,
the fuck.
She's like, babe, I could drop you off.
No, literally, like I'm locked in. I'm playing about the gym.
We are week 3, and I want to give some acknowledgement to Vanessa. She's been killing it at the gym.
Hey.
She's like hella pushing herself. I'm so proud.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm like, congratulations.
I'll wait for the reviews.
I'm like, y'all let me know. Now I'm gonna start going to gym as soon as the sky turns purple. Anyways, next.
Love. Hey, look at that. Let me take a picture of this.
You guys, the screen is literally purple. Like the sky is purple on this picture.
If God wanted me to read, he should have put some subtitles on the fucking picture. Like, that is hilarious. No. Okay, all right. I'm signing up tomorrow. So y'all got me. Fuck.
All right. Well, that was a cute little episode for you guys on this beautiful Monday evening.
Wednesday for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We love you. Thank you guys so much for joining us and spending some time with us. And yeah.
Drop your socials.
bloomingvc.vic on Instagram.
All Things ISIS on Instagram and TikTok.
And Steph's Got Milk on everything that you can find.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all motherfuckers be playing too much.
Comment what you liked, what you didn't like. Talk shit. We already know you guys are gonna, so.
What do you guys think about Lil Nas X? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Love you, besties.
Bye.